here in the final season of SKFA as we are in the conference championship and one more game from one of these two teams going to the Super Bowl. I'm your host, Unholy Ace, Commissioner Ace, however you want to call it. Let me go ahead and get this posted up and we will begin the games. Okay, it is posted. We will kick this thing going. Okay, as we get the numbers up in here. I had a dream so big. Get the chops warmed up. All right, let's get this show on the road. Here we go. The Miami Dolphins are set to kick off, and here we go. The 16-1 Texans take on the 14-3 Dolphins. Return will be brought out to the 27-yard line, and the captain of the offense, Anthony Love. Mixed emotion season, 42 interceptions, but he follows it up with 40 interceptions, but he has 76 touchdowns. 7,408 yards. The touchdowns and the passing yards are season records. Here we go. Anthony Love in the shotgun. Bruce Tyson to his left. Michael Wilson, his new receiver, in the slot. Takes a snap. Draws back. Quick throw over the middle. Caught by Bryson Smith. Smith with a short gain there of about 8. Sets up 2nd and 8. Ball at the 35-yard line. Trips right, motions Bruce to the left, takes a snap, drops back to throw. He's got time, has to fire it out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Here we go. Hands off up the middle to Bruce, and he gets wrapped up. Tackle for a loss by Jose Rodriguez. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2, and the Texans are going to have to punt. One-on-one matchup there for Jose and company. Just couldn't get the job done there by Bruce, as Bryson's going to snap to Tommy Townsend. And the kick is away, and it's a solid one. And it's going to roll out of the back of the end zone. And out comes Krim McSorley. Has an opportunity here to advance the Dolphins to the championship game, to the big Super Bowl. 66 touchdowns, 26 interceptions. Not a bad year out of him. Let's see what he can do up against this defense. And here we go. Krim in the shotgun. Trips right. He's got his triple threat receivers to the right. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Bosa, who's going to get a big gain there. Dolphins without Lamonte Brooks. Due to that pectoral injury early in the season, Bosa has to step up and fill the gap. Here we go. This offensive line has been a focal point. See if they can stop this heavy front. Snaps the ball, takes a snap, quick throw underneath. He's going to meet Kilroy on the outside. And he's going to get brought down at the 37-yard line for a gain of 1. This defensive set, led by Hershey Sugar in the middle of the field, hasn't given up a bunch of points. I said Lamont. I thought it was Lamonte. There's 2 brothers. Was it Lamar? Is it Lamar? Or is it, I don't know. One of the brunt. Anyway, McSorley takes a snap, drops back to throw, fires it deep, and it is dropped. Pass intended for, I believe that's Terrence James. I haven't played this game in a while. I think that was Terrence James on the reception target there. Lamar Brooks is the running back. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Lamont is on defense. Back-to-back punts for both offenses here. Here we go. Anthony Love back onto the field. James Storm in at fullback as he's been playing that role for the past few weeks. Handoff to the left side. Blocker tries to pick up Rodriguez at linebacker, but he can't get off of him. The right guard is a trade from the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He is a starter for the Texans. So he should know how this defense runs as he fires it deep over the middle. Caught one-handed by Jeremiah Smith. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Houston Texans strike first as Jeremiah Smith takes the top off of the defense. Nobody played the middle of the field, and Jeremiah showing off the hands. Takes it to the house, 75 yards. Kicker out on the field now as Quinn Ewers will hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And we've got our first points on the board. 2 plays, 85 yards in 24 seconds. The Steelers did that 2 weeks ago to start off the game. Oak Groves is the kickoff specialist. Kicks the ball off. He's going to return it out of the 10-yard line. He's going to get to the 30 and almost the 35. And he will be wrapped up at the 33 as McSorley is going to come out here, and he has to respond early. He cannot fall behind. Grant Martin, Zach Elliott, I believe it's DeQuandre Pickens. Don't haze me if I'm wrong on that. Pass over the middle is caught. I got to remember if 14's Elliott. No, okay, so Martin's 14. Okay. Number 14, Grant Martin on the reception there is going to flip the fields for him. Pierre is in coverage there. No, that's Moon Marley. And we've got ourselves a new set of downs on the other side of the field as the Dolphins are moving. Bunch set right. Grant at the bottom of your screen takes a snap. Handoff up the middle to Bosa. He's going to try to bounce it outside, but he gets wrapped up by a host of Houston Texans. And we've got ourselves a 2nd and 10. Here we go. Pickens motions, takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass over the middle, caught. Can he get the first? He reached for it. And he's not going to get there, so it's going to be 3rd and inches. A strong point for this Miami offense. Can they get the first down against this D-line? No, they're going to pass. Throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted by Kilroy. Brian Kilroy, the season 1 vet, gets the interception in the end zone. And Krim McSorley makes the first error, as Anthony Love is going to bring it back out, this powerful offense who is looking to get back to the Super Bowl after 3 seasons. Quick pass over the right side was almost intercepted. Bruce Tyson was the man he wanted, but he couldn't get it to him. Bunch left. Motions Bruce out to the outside. Anthony takes a snap, draws back to throw. Fires it deep, and it is dropped by Michael Wilson. Tough coverage there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Miami's defense is no slouch at all. Let's see if they can get it done. His pressure's coming. Anthony gets the ball out just in time. Jalen Phillips, my fault. Jalen Phillips on the knockdown there, and the punter's going to come back out. Kick is away, and it's a good one. A field flipper indeed, and he's going to get wrapped up at the 25, 27-yard line. They will give him forward progress. Krim McSorley back onto the field. Not a lot of pressure from this D-line yet. We'll see if it stays that way. Takes a snap. Quick pass over the middle. Caught. Graham Martin. Arguably wide receiver 1 in the league ever since Crosswell retired from Carolina. Can Grant lead this team to the promised land? It's all going to ride on the back of him and Krim. Takes a snap. Halfback dive to Bosa, who's going to shove one man off. But he's not going to get enough yards there for the first down, as Hershey Sugar is going to stop him at the 37-yard line. Here we go. Krim motions Terrence. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Pressure's coming, and Hershey Sugar, screaming from the middle linebacker position, gets the sack. Krim McSorley had nowhere to go, and he just took the sack so they could see it another day. Punt unit will come out. Punt is away, and it's a beauty. He will return. Bruce brings it out to the 25 and gets brought down by Rodriguez, who has made the switch from cornerback. You know, he's looked like a different human being ever since making that switch. Put on a little bit of weight. Hell, he got a little taller, it looks like, with those pads, but that's just me. And here we go. Bunch set in the backfield. Michael Wilson is in the backfield with Bruce. He's going to take the snap. Quick pass over to Bruce. One-hand catch. And Rodriguez is there again for his 4th tackle of the game. Here we go. Trips left. Jeremiah Smith in the slot with Michael Wilson and JCTN, who I haven't heard from yet. JCTN. Not Julio Rodriguez, Jesus Christ. Jose Rodriguez with the tackle again there, making his presence felt everywhere on the field. Miami needs to get a stop here. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Quick pass. And Rodriguez is going to make the tackle on Jeremiah Smith. And Rodriguez is going to get the defense off the field after a back-to-back, 2-back tackles. Kick is away, and it is going to roll out of the back of the end zone. We've got a good one here with 2:30 left in the first quarter. Houston leads 7-0 as the Dolphins are going to try to see if they can put some points on the board before the end of this first quarter, or at least before the end of this drive. Taking a look at the defense a little bit right before we take a snap here from Krim. Throws it deep over the left side as Moon Marley covers Grant that time, and he's going to get his first pick of the postseason. Defense has always been a strong suit for the Texans, and they show why right there. People question, why did you draft a D-end? Well, I don't know why I drafted a D-end, but goddamn it, he's going to get a ring. All right, Anthony Love set back up about midfield here, right at the 49-yard line. Deuce left. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath to Bruce. And he's going to get wrapped up there at the line of scrimmage. Now if you're Miami, you've been on the field a lot this game, defensive-wise. Another stop could, put a nail in the momentum here for the Texans as he's going to throw it outside, and J.C. Tien's going to get his first catch of the day. Oreo King on the defense there is going to bring up 3rd and 5. Could be a blitz scenario here for the Dolphins. They're going to send 4. Takes a snap, drops back. Fires it deep, but he gets hit before he can get the ball off. And the Dolphins defense are going to bail out the Dolphins offense. And the field goal unit is out. This is a deep one. 64 yards, a playoff record. It's good if it goes. And it's good. A playoff record here at Houston. What a kick. As Oak Groves is going to kick the ball off here. He's going to take it out of the 10-yard line. Oak Groves does not like kicking touchbacks. He knows that brings him straight to the 35-yard line. So they do what they got to do. Here we go. Krim. Got to make a move here. Got to put some type of points. Keep this game close. It's still early, though. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Rolls out right as Vernon Oaks Grove breaks off the right tackle and gets to the QB. Oaks Grove looking to solidify his Hall of Fame career, needing one more ring to make that happen. I form. Fullback on the field. Halfback fake. No, it's a play action. Over the middle. Hershey Sugar. Can he get to the end zone? One man to beat, and he throws him off. As Krim McSorley throws another interception. Hershey Sugar capitalizes. And we've got ourselves a 3-possession ball game early in the first. Late in the first. But everybody knows that this is Madden. Anything can change up here as the extra point unit is on the field. Kick is away, and he's going to bring it back to the 28-yard line. He got further progress than I thought he was going to get. Here we go. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Grant to the right side. He's going to meet Hershey at the 31-yard line for a gain of 4. Krim McSorley, after having an air throw there to the middle linebacker last drive. Here we go. Bench formation here. He's going to throw it underneath to his tight end. And he's going to get about a gain of 4 there on the play. Young Ho on the tackle. This defense has played together for multiple seasons. It's a bend and don't break defense. As James Storm is going to get the tackle there, and it's going to be a new set of downs, 1st and 10. You got to think, what if Lamar doesn't get hurt early in the season? Does this Dolphins offense have a life-full offense? Can they run the ball? As they consistently are going to have to throw the ball here, and it's going to be caught by Zach Elliott there for a 1st down. McSorley, audibles. Oh, and he's going to keep. And Vernon Oaks Grove getting to the quarterback for a 2nd time today. McSorley feels that one, and we've got 2nd and 14 with 16 seconds left on the clock. Bunch right, possible wide receiver screen here. Takes a snap, quick throw to the left. Caught, Bosa. He's going to get wrapped up by a host of Texans, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Let's go ahead and check in on the... Hold on. Let me go check on the Bears game right now. As we head to Chicago, they're about to be ending the first quarter here. It is 14-7. Chicago leads as they are on offense. Sonola, led the NFC in rushing yards last season. He just got the most recent carry. And we are back on offense here as Krim gets ready to throw, gets his man, Zach Elliott. The rumors were true. He tried to get, the Texans tried to get Zach Elliott to fill in, but Michael Wilson answered the call first. And now we are here. Who was the better pickup? We will find out. Quick throw underneath. Caught. Grant Martin. Krim McSorley trying to find a stride here to hit. We got a whole lot of football left to play, but you got to make some ground back. Trips left. Wide receiver screen set up underneath. Gets the blocks. Gets to the first down marker. No. They're going to call him short there. And we've got ourselves a 3rd and 1 inside the 20. Worst case scenario, don't get the first, but he's going to truck through an arm tackle. And he's going to get the first down. Not quite 1st and goal. Ball's on the 14-yard line. They can get another first down. Here we go, Krim. Takes the snap, drops back to throw. He's going to want to run himself. He's going to roll out, and he's going to throw an interception. A forced throw there. Andrew Spikes getting his first pick of the game. What an errant throw by the quarterback. He felt the pressure coming from Hershey, and Spikes jumps the route. Great defense there by the Texans. And here we go. Texans are set up deep in their own territory. Can the Dolphins get a quick stop here? Handoff, Bruce Tyson up the middle, and he's going to be wrapped up for a gain of 2. The offensive totals, I mean, the Dolphins have been on the field more often, but the scoreboard is not showing that. Here we go. Handoff again to Bruce up the middle, and Jose is going to meet him again. Jose moving to middle linebacker instead of corner may have been the best call of his career. He's starting to look like a potential Hall of Famer at the position. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Covers over the middle. Caught Bryson. Nice little pickup there, and that's going to be a new set of downs. Ball to the 18-yard line. Here we go. In the shotgun. Bunch set left. Moves Bruce Tyson out to the right. Completes the pass. No, it is dropped. Jeremiah Smith was the target there, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. It's been a quiet game from Jason Michael. Jeremiah Smith and Bryson Smith have been the main targets today. Quick throw, and it is intercepted, intended for Jace Etienne. Oreo King jumps the route on a short throw by Anthony Love. And the Miami defense, again, bailing the offense out. The Dolphins have to put points on the board. Takes a snap. Quick throw underneath to Martin. Martin has to get to the first down marker, but he does not. His 5th catch of the day for 60 yards. There's a reason why he was almost a 2,000-yard receiver this season. Here we go. Bunch set left. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Throws it underneath to Bosa. And he's going to get a nice little gain there of about 6. And brings them to the 20-yard line. First down marker is at the 10. It looks like there's some pressure coming from the Texans defense. They will send forward. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Looks left. Fires and Arthur Alexander in coverage there. Almost had himself a pick, but he knocks the ball away and incomplete. Here we go. In the shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath. Terrence James. He gets to the outside and then he gets upended by Levi Caldwell for a first down. And the Dolphins knocking on heaven's door here. Krim motions Elliott. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Has time. Pressure's coming though. And he's going to get wrapped up by Mike Oxbig. And Sir Chase down on the sack there. You got to think. One score and that could flip the script the entire game. Here we go. Krim changing the play at the line. Empty set. Motions the tight end. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Motions running back. My fault. Rolls up into the pocket. And gets swarmed again by Chase Down and Mike. And that's going to be 3rd and goal back at the 18-yard line. Long way to go. Can't turn the ball over here. You got to get points on the board. Got to think they're going to take a shot at the end zone here. Takes a snap. Quick throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Levi Caldwell. He's at the 20. Krim is at the 25, 30, 40, 50. One man to beat as Christian Bosa takes him down at the 39-yard line. Levi Caldwell getting a pick here today. As the Houston Texans defense stands strong again for the 5th interception of the half. JCTN motions around, takes a snap, drops back to throw. Gets taken down at the 48-yard line by Diesel Weber. Been a while since we heard that name today. Diesel Weber beats Daquan Blackman. Oh, he didn't beat Blackman. He beat the left guard. Telawea Tufunga, whatever his name is. Whew. Anthony changing the play at the line. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass over the middle, caught by Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson gaining about 6 back there. As that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. They are in field goal range. We already know that. Can the Texans capitalize on a defensive turnover? Orbit motion. Ant throws over the middle, and it's caught by Bryson. And we've got a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Ball at the 22-yard line. Look here for this secondary to get a stop possibly. They did it last drive. Anthony, pressure coming. Gets the ball out of his hand. Falls incomplete. Here we go. Motions the receiver. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass over the middle, caught. Bryson Smith again. Jose Rodriguez getting his 8th tackle of the game. Here we go. Anthony Love in the shotgun. Bunch set left. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Pressure's starting to come. Ant's got to get rid of it. He will throw it away, bringing up 4th and 6. Kick is up and the kick is good, and we've got a 20-point lead here early, midway through the 2nd quarter. Kick is away, and it is towards the end zone. It will be brought out to about the 25-yard line. Could have just needed it. And Krim McSorley and the offense need to make something happen here. You've got a 20-point deficit. You get the ball at halftime. It's doable. Get the ball at half. Could possibly make this a 1-possession game. As they're going to hand it off up the middle. Mike Oxbig's going to make the tackle there. Breaking news, Darnell Mooney leaves practice with an apparent injury for the Falcons. Shotgun snap, takes a snap, throws it deep over the right side, and Crim McSorley finds his receiver, Pickens, on the right. As this Dolphins offense is showing life in between the red zone numbers, just can't get it done at the end. Quick throw over to the middle. It is caught by Terrence James, wrapped up by Arthur Alexander. Got to have a little pep in the step. Maybe get another play off here before the 2-minute warning. Takes a snap, hands it off. James Storm tries to blow it up in the backfield, but can't get there as Christian Bosa breaks through the line of scrimmage. 2-minute warning here at NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Single high safety here for the Texans. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath Terrence James, the all-reliable tight end. James looking to get his first Super Bowl appearance. Here we go. Crim motions the tight end. That's the receiver, actually. That's Torrey Horton. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. As all day. Quick throws to Terrence James again, who is wrapped up and rolled up by Hershey Sugar. In the gun. Motions Terrence James again to the top of the screen. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires underneath, caught Terrence James. His third catch in a row to set up 2nd and 3. 41 seconds left, and it's a false start by the tight end on the left side. That is not what you want to do. That's not a tight end. That's a lineman. The fuck is that? I saw number 20 and said, what the fuck? Christensen on the move. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Steps up in the parking. Crim, he's good on his feet. Can't get to the first down marker. They're going to have to use their first timeout. Here we go. In the gun. Takes a snap. Looks over the middle. Caught Terrence James. Gets into the end zone for the Dolphins to get on the board. As we go back and look at the highlight in the other Bears game, Zoe Stark took it up the middle and got into the end zone to push the Bears lead out front, 21-7. Cardinals are trying to move the ball as he throws it away. Kick is up and the kick is good. What a game out here. Whew. God, I'm tired. Kick is away and it is brought back. Here we go. Takes a snap. They're just going to run out this clock and take it to the half. As Bruce Tyson's going to get a gain of 2, and we will not have a halftime message, so I can rest my voice. 20-7, halftime. Your Miami Dolphins will get the ball at half. Can Crim McSorley continue off the momentum at the end of the half? Or will this Houston Texans defense continue to reign terror? Find out when we come back. All right, and we are back, and the kick is away. He will bring it out back up to the 28-yard line. You got to wonder what the pep talk was in the locker room for Krim McSorley, who has shown bright spots this entire game, but turnovers have been a focal point in that game. Can Krim come out here and do something special? We will see. Krim seems like he's pumped up. We'll find out if he really is or not. And here we go. Takes the snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass, underneath, caught. Pickens. That's Pickens, right? Am I getting these names? That's Horton. Okay, Torrey Horton has no hair. Got it. There's only so many black receivers in Miami. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires over the middle, caught Zach Elliott. There are holes in these zones that the defense runs. If he can just find the holes, not force anything too significant, like that, both receivers getting bunched up there as Brian Kilroy is able to get in between. Here we go. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires, caught. Zach Elliott. No, that's Grant Martin, sorry. Grant Martin. Handoff up the middle to Christian Bosa, who's going to be wrapped up by Hershey Sugar and assisted there by Arthur Alexander. Been a quiet game out of this defensive front. Handoff again, but he's going to get wrapped up by Mike Oxbig. Dolphins can smell the end zone. They can smell a field goal. That's all they need. Deep pass caught. Brought in by Horton. What a risky throw there. We take a look at the highlight here. That's threading the needle. You can't ask for much better there. Here we go. In the gun. Two receivers at the top of the screen. Motions Pickens. Take the snap. Drops back to throw. Fires. Caught. He's at the 5. He can't get in the end zone. But Miami's knocking on the door at the 1-yard line. It looks like they're coming out in a quarters defense. 2 D linemen on the field. And they're not going to run on it. Quick pass over the middle. Caught by Zach Elliott. And the Dolphins come out of the half with life. Let's see how Houston responds. Kick is away, and this one's going to be brought out by Blackman. Anthony Love and company coming onto the field. First time they've touched the ball this half. Let's see if they can make something work. Defense, just a lot of touchdown there coming out of the half. Halfback dive to Bruce Tyson up the middle. He's going to bulldoze his way to the 32-yard line. Bruce Tyson back-to-back 2,000-yard rushing seasons. Let's see if he can add on to it here. Halfback dive again. The O-line and company. James Storm getting a pancake out there. You almost think that this offensive line, they're good enough just to run the ball with Bruce the entire game, as they're going to go back to him for a third time. And Bruce is just going to fall through a man for 6 yards. Now, one thing that this Texans offense hasn't showed is depth. If one man goes down at a position, they might be a little screwed, but that's until they find that as Anthony Love gets pressured. Jose Rodriguez with the middle linebacker blitz gets to Anthony Love in the backfield, and he loses about 10 yards there on the QB sack. Offensive line can only pick up 5 as Jose gets through. Holy shit, they're sending the house on the right side. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Everybody's picked up. Quick throw over the middle, caught by Jeremiah Smith. Here we go. Houston. Storm on the field. Means they're probably going to run. Halfback counter. As the D lineman is going to read that beautifully right there, and he's going to wrap him up in the backfield for a loss of 1. Takes a snap, quick throw to the right, caught by Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson, a man who was contemplating on retiring before the season started, got a phone call and asked if you wanted to play one more year. He said, let's do it. As he takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass, Bryce Smith. JCTN with the block on the outside. He's got one man to beat, but Jeremiah Smith couldn't get to the corner to block the last guy. Beautiful teamwork coordination there by this Texans offense. Michael Wilson and JCTN picking up key blocks down the field to allow Bryson to round the corner and potentially set up a touchdown here for the Houston Texans. They are coming out stacked up, but the D-line gets through. 2nd and goal on the 10-yard line. Here we go. 3 tight ends set to the right. Halfback dive to Bruce. Bruce gets wrapped up at the 5-yard line. And let's check back into the Bears game as the Bears have extended their lead out to 28-7. About 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Here we go. Takes a snap. Quick throw. Overthrows Jeremiah Smith. And the Dolphins are going to get the stop they've been desperately needing. And now the Dolphins have a possibility of coming out here rejuvenated with life to potentially make this a 1-possession game, a 4-point game, let alone. Oh, it's only a 9-point game. Never mind, a 2-point game. And that one is going to be brought down as Vernon Oaksgrove makes it all the way down there to get involved. Here we go. Krim takes a snap. Quick throw over the middle, and it is barely brought in there. I believe that was Grant Martin. Couldn't tell from the angle. Here we go. Krim McSorley in the gun. Motions Terrence James. Back to the right. It's going to be a run here more than likely. Halfback counter, and it is going to be blown up. Arthur Alexander getting to the running back there. Set up 3rd and inches. More than likely going to be a run play here. Houston has not had an answer for this run game as he will get stonewalled at the 34-yard line. DB4 Slayton with the wrap up and Arthur Alexander with the assist. What a play there by the Texans defense as they are going to send the punt unit out to prevent Houston from having great field position. Kick is away. Oh, not a blocker in sight, but this ball is going to roll out of the back of the end zone, and we are going to have a new set of downs for the Houston Texans. And the Chicago Bears just extended the lead, it seems like. No, never mind. That was from earlier. Here we go. Anthony Love in a 5-wide, empty set. He's going to tell everybody to go back to their original spots. Trips right. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath to Michael Wilson, who's going to be wrapped up there by Ball. Here we go. Anthony Love motions his receiver. Pressure will be coming here. 3rd and 5. Pressure's coming. Takes the snap. Drops back to throw. Has time. Fires it towards the sideline, out of bounds. As Diesel Weber did get to the quarterback there, but not in time enough to get a sack. As the punt unit will be brought out. Kick is away, and it's a beaut. It won't be returned at all, as the Gunners are going to get down there to stop it. And here we go. Anthony Love on the sideline watching Crim McSorley. Hand off the ball to Bosa up the middle. He's going to get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He may get a yard out of it. They will give him a yard. The offensive totals don't tell the tape at all for this game at all. As the ball's going to be brought in by Zach Elliott there on the sideline. 283 yards to Houston's 181. 100-yard difference for the offenses, but defense has been the story of the day as he motions Terrence James, and it is going to be caught by Horton on the outside, in between safety and corner. Cardinals are knocking on the front door, 1st and 10. Still a bunch of time left there. Watson, Jacoby can't get in the end zone. Oh, I thought he was going to get in there. We're in 5 seasons. This will be the final season, just to give me some time to prep for the next Madden. Plus, August is my busiest month, and I want to take a little bit of break, stream-wise. SKFA Chapter 2 will be starting. Quick pass. I'm Houston. I got a little bit of a bias. My guy's number 92 on the D-line, top of the screen. Anyway, Crim McSorley in the shotgun. Motions the running back out. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Fires it underneath to Pickens again. Pickens was a questionable pickup for this Dolphins team who already had a bunch of receivers on it. And we are at the end of 3. Dolphins not out of it yet. But the Texans are looking to kill some clock coming out of this quarter if they can get the ball back. We'll find out now. And we do have news that the Cardinals did score a touchdown. They are down 14 points, 28-14. It's Crim McSorley, not Trace McSorley. It's a user. Takes the snap, halfback dive up the middle, and he's going to be blown up there by Arthur Alexander. Christian Bosa getting a load today. Need a touchdown here. At least a field goal at minimum to get it back down to a one-possession game. Reminder, guys, we got the Super Bowl tonight. And that's a deep pass over the middle caught by Grant Martin. In rough coverage there, Young Ho and company hit him at once. We'll see how many Texans this ball was thrown through. That should have been a pick. What a beautiful ball. And here we go. 1st and 10. They can get a first down. But a first down's a touchdown. Don't really matter here. Here we go. 1st and 10. Quick pass over in the middle, and he is in there. Terrence James dives into the end zone to make this a 2-point ball game. What a beautiful dive there by Terrence James. Chad Ryland on the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights, and we've got ourselves a ball game here in Houston. Wonder what type of offense we're going to see as Dan Backel comes off the field. Both teams are 99. These are battle of the best right here. Kick is away, and the corner is going to bring it out to the 25-yard line as Anthony Love will take his steps onto the field. Got to think we'll see a bunch of Bruce Tyson here to kill some clock. Love takes a snap, drops back to throw, rolls out right, has to get rid of it, didn't roll out in time. Halfback dive up the middle by Bruce Tyson. Gets only about 2 yards there on the touch. Texans are looking to get back to the Super Bowl after a 3-season drought. Jeremiah motions, takes a snap, drops back to throw. Pressure. Throws it outside, and Bibby Watt gets the ball knocked away from Jeremiah Smith. And as the Dolphins defense is showing out again, forces the punt unit onto the field. Beautiful kick there is going to roll out of the end zone, and they're going to start at the 20-yard line. Here we go. McSorley under center. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick pass over the middle, caught. Can't get. Yeah, he will get there. First down. Texans defense has to show up here if they want a chance to kill the momentum. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Pressure's gonna get there. Mike Oxbig and Vernon Oakgroves gets there last second, but that's going to Mike. What a hit by Oxbig. Here we go. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires over the middle, caught. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 as Grant gets his 10th catch of the ball game for 121 yards total. Here we go. Krim needs a first down here if he wants to keep this drive alive. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires deep over the middle, and it is caught! Zach Elliott making his presence known. He wants the Super Bowl. What a throw and catch there by Zach Elliott and Krim McSorley. Brian Kilroy in coverage. Who is this Krim McSorley? Where the fuck did he come from? 5 interceptions before the first quarter even started. It ended, I meant. Quick pass underneath, caught by Terrence James. Is going to get blown up by Arthur Alexander. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires over the middle, caught. Is that Terrence? No, that's Torrey Holton. Oh, that's Kyle Pitts. Shit, I forgot y'all had Pitts. Kyle Pitts with his second catch of the game. Krim making audibles at the line. The red zone's been a spot where they've struggled in this game. Halfback dive to Christian Bosa, who's going to get 2 yards there. The last time these two played were in Miami, and the Dolphins did not win that ball game. Takes a snap, drops back to the throw. Quick pass over the middle. It is brought in by Pickens, and we've got a 3rd and 5. If you're the Dolphins, you're feeling confident in your defense, how they performed. Worst case scenario is you take a 3 here. That is worst case. Halfback dive up the middle is met by Hershey Sugar, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. And if you're the Texans, a field goal here is not the worst thing in the world. You've got the best kicker in the league. Hasn't missed from outside of 50 all season. Oh, damn it, I did the thing. Never mind. Here we go. The kick is away, and it's brought out to the 25, 30. Can he get out of there? He can't. 31-yard line. Anthony Love needing to drive this team down the field. Got 3:51 left on the clock, down 1. JCT in motions. Takes the snap, drops back to throw, fires to Jace. First catch of the half, second catch of the game. Here we go. 2-back set, takes a snap, drops back to throw. Has time all day. Quick pass underneath to Michael Wilson, who gets the first down. Don't need to hurry here. Texans break out of the huddle. 4-receiver set. Dolphins are stuffing the box. Looks like they're expecting a run here. It won't be. Quick pass over the middle, caught by Jeremiah Smith. As the Texans are approaching midfield here. 3:06 remains in the quarter. Anthony is going to move out into an empty set here. Moves Bruce out to the right. Takes a snap. Oh, and it's intercepted! Can he go the distance? Michael Wilson's going to trace him down. And Bibby Watt potentially turning the tides here as Anthony throws his first turnover. What a momentum shifter that was here in Houston. Now, can Krim McSorley put the nail in the coffin here? A lot of time left. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Quick pass. Can't bring it in by Horton. Couldn't snag it in, but that was looking really good there. Here we go. Defense needs to stand tall here. Got to get a stop. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Fires. Caught. Elliott gets to the 4-yard line, but gets knocked out of bounds. Doesn't stop the clock. That does stop the clock. Sorry. 4-yard line here. Dolphins looking to put a stamp on this game. Halfback dive. Christian Bosa up the middle. Short. Brought down at the 1-yard line. Bend but don't break. Can the Texans hold him here? Survey says Krim and off James Storm with the stop. That was looking bad from the angle I was at. I thought he overcommitted it. Third and goal. Stop here is huge for the Texans. It's almost like, do you go for it? Do you try to put the nail in the coffin? Rolls out left, and Mike Oxbig picks up his 3rd sack of the game. And boys, we've got ourselves a photo finish here, depending on what the Dolphins do. Mike Oxbig getting there, and the kicker will go on to extend this past a field goal lead. Kick is up, and the kick is a good. And now Anthony Love and company have about a minute 40 to get the ball down, a minute 45 depending on how this kickoff goes. 2 timeouts, a whole bunch of time left. And he will be brought down at the 24-yard line, and Anthony Love has a chance. Anthony Love, been here since season 1, has a ring here in Houston. Can he return the team back to the promised lands? Motions Michael Wilson to the left, takes a snap, drops back to throw, pressure's coming, and pressure's going to get there. O-line broke down, as that's going to be a sack for the Miami Dolphins. 2nd and 15. Here we go. Ant changing the play at the line. Trips right. Baby Watt has his X factor. That's huge for him. Pass over the middle. Caught. Michael Wilson gets the first down. Big play there by Mike. And Houston is going to call a timeout. Here we go. Trips left. Jason the slot. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath to Bruce. Bruce is going to get a gain of about 6 there. We got a minute 12 left on the clock. Ball at the 43. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Gets hit as he throws. He was looking for Michael Wilson deep over the middle. Just couldn't get the ball off as Hoodie Tazir gets the hit on the quarterback. 3rd and 4. Minute 4 left. Ball at the 43. Jeremiah Smith motions. Bruce Tyson in the backfield with Ant. Takes a snap. Looks to throw. Has to get the ball off. And he won't be taken down, but the ball will fall. Here we go. This is the ball game right here. Can Miami's defense hold on? Or can Houston get a first down and extend the game? Here we go. JC Etienne motions in orbit. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Throws over the middle. Caught by Bryson. He finds his favorite target. No huddle here by X Factor. Anthony Love takes the snap, drops back to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Bruce with a block. Anthony gets brought down, and that is a timeout. Here we go. 36 seconds. Ball on the 24. Takes the snap, drops back to throw. Fires. Touchdown. Houston Texans answer late. Jeremiah Smith. Anthony Love makes the drive. What a play there by the Texans. As Oreo King gets cooked on the zone and the safety didn't respond. And here we go to make it a 3-point game. The kick is up and the kick is good. Now, we've seen some bullshit before. Let's calm down here. 33 seconds, 3 timeouts. Can Houston hold on to clinch the third playoff of the Super Bowl appearance? Good return there, brings it out to the 28-yard line. Reminder from Chicago, the Bears will win this ball game. They are up 38-14. And I'm sure the coaches are watching this game on the sideline instead of making calls. Here we go. Krim motions Terrence. 2 safeties over top. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Fires over the middle. Caught. That's going to be a timeout right there. All the Dolphins have to do is get into field goal range. Here we go. 25 seconds left. Clock's ticking on the play clock, I meant. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires over the middle, caught Zach Elliott. He's going to get wrapped up and brought down by Hershey Sugar. Your target range here is going to be about the 42-yard line for this kicker. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Quick fire again to Zach Elliott. No more timeouts. This has to get to the sideline or a quick pass and a quick get the kicker on the field. Here we go. Krim takes a snap, drops back to throw. Fires, sideline, caught! What a throw and play there by Grant Martin and Krim McSorley. They get to the 40-yard line. Now, Don't want to waste too much time here. You need another quick pass out and get out of bounds. Either that or an incomplete pass, you're in field goal range. Takes the pass, snap, drops back to throw. Pressure's coming, and he throws it away safely. Defensive line, everything was covered. Defensive line was starting to make pressure. And the kicker is on the field to send the game to overtime. Durpin, kick is up. And it's no good! Chad Ryland hooks it left, and the Houston Texans are going to the Super Bowl. What a play by this Texans and Dolphins team after a rough, bumpy first half. The Dolphins managed to come back, make it a 4-point game after the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter, as Anthony Love and co. are going to take the victory kneel. And Anthony Love is taking his ass back to the Super Bowl to possibly get his second ring. We're going to take a look at these stats here in a second, but what a game by both of these guys. Grant Martin, Zach Elliott, DeAndre, whatever his fucking name is, Pickens. Craig McSorley made a valiant effort at the end. But the veterancy and the chemistry of Houston comes through. What a fucking game there by both of these teams. Let's take a look at these stats, and the first thing that you're going to see, well, let's take a look at Anthony's first. Not a great game on the offense with a 75% rating as a QB and a 55% completion. Bruce had a rough day today on the ground with a great D-line there for Miami. That was a great game for them. The ball was spread out evenly, didn't get the ball off a ton, but Jeremiah Smith is your AFC champion MVP, 100% sure. Bruce Tyson with a hell of a block to help Anthony get the first down. Hershey Sugar leading the way, 19 total tackles and half a sack with a pick also. He had that pick six early. Levi Coldwell also had his interception. Brian Kilroy, Andrew Spikes, and Moon Marley. Oaks Grove had a sack and a half. Great game by the defense there at the end, forcing the Dolphins to kick a field goal. And then Hard John gets his shit done. Let's talk about Craig McSorley. He threw the ball 55 times. I guess when you take a look at your run game and it's not led by Lamar Brooks, you got to throw the ball a lot. But they did have the ball a shit ton if we take a second to look at that. 55, 56, 60, 74 plays total. Not to mention on any sacks that the Texans had. Grant Martin, 11 catches, $129 with no tutties. Zach Elliott, a workhorse today. So was Terrence James. Just not enough to get the job done out there today. Jose Rodriguez impressed us all, I think, today. You know, being a corner, moved to middle linebacker, now 6'5", 240. 17 total tackles, 2 TFLs, and a sack. Great day by this Dolphins defense. You can't say it was their fault. You just can't. And taking a look at it now, early it was looking like it was going to be all Houston, but Dolphins definitely made it entertaining. A little bit of an update towards the other side of the field. In Chicago, the Cardinals are going to fall, but not before scoring a touchdown, damn. Chicago leads 41-29 with 29 seconds left, so we will have a Super Bowl rematch. I'm going to let him in that game quickly and see, and we'll take a look at some of the season stats real quick just while we're here, just to entertain everybody. And then in a few moments, at 9 o'clock, we're going to start the Super Bowl. And I will commentate, even though I'm cooked right now, unless I can get another commentator in here. Let's take a look at the stats real quick while we're here. Anthony Love led the league with passing yards, 7,408. 40 interceptions he led the league in, sadly. But he did lead the league in touchdowns. I think that's basically how this is going to go all the way up and down the board, though. Rushing, Bruce Tyson led the league in rushing yards, led it by 5. But he also had 50 less carries. So do what you want with that. Anthony Harris and Everett. Everett had a hell of a year. Broke the record for most touchdowns in a season, most catches by a tight end, and most yards by a tight end. Had a hell of a season. Taking a look at some of the blocking, that doesn't really matter. Total tackles, 202. Tremont Edmonds, well, we'll go with West Weeks, who had 199. TFLs is going to go to JT, 55. Sacks are going to go to Perjolicious. I don't know how to say that name. And for those of you saying that I'm washed, fuck you, I had 26. You know, that's my average. I'm not garbage like I used to be. Okay, listen, look, I have an average. I do. I just had a really good season this year. That's all. But yeah, we'll go through the interceptions. There's supposed to be more on here. I don't know. This is Texans shit. There we go. Fuck you. Stop changing. Spicy, Vert, 13 interceptions. Chargers led the way, I gotta say. Chargers had a great season, interception-wise. Deflections, 23 by Tyrell Forbes. Forced fumbles goes to Carl Chris. Moon Marley had 4. Jose had a block kick. JT had a safety at some point. And the guy that played the most snaps, AJ Free. That doesn't say a lot, guys. I wouldn't be proud of that. Let's take a look at the yearly. AFC Player of the Year is most likely going to be Everett. Bruce follows up. Damian third. Jeremiah, LJJ. DPOY is going to go to JT. Diesel Weber second. Sosa third. Myself fourth. De La Cruz, the rookie out of the Broncos, is going to win offensive rookie of the year. Defensive rookie of the year is going to go to Worldwide. Damian, best QB somehow. I don't see how that's possible. Best running back goes to Bruce. Best receiver goes to Jeremiah Smith. Best OL goes to Quintin Nelson. JT gets best DL. Go fuck yourself, JT. Ox Big gets best LB. Damn. Hershey's 10th. It's tragic. Best DB goes to the Chargers. Spetsy Vert. And then Hard John, best kicker in the league. NFC wise, let's take a look at OPOY. So Stark most likely going to be your MVP of the league. Bogdanovich and Perkalicious. DPOY. Jakari Wilson looking to win Offensive Rookie of the Year for the 49ers. Good win by him. And then also Henry Pilates, the tight end for the Panthers. What did that say? That's Manny Diaz. Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Greg McIntosh. Tyron Roberts. No defensive real here. So Stark, obviously the best QB, along with Sonola. Only had 6 less yards than Bruce. Anthony Harris, wide receiver. Draco finishing second back-to-back years is rough for him. Biggie, best OL. Best D-line is going to go to the Bears. RJ Watts. Jake Brady. And Bruce Hitchens. All right, boys. I'm ending it here.